Welcome back. In our last lesson, we learned how ICD-10-CM diagnosis codes are structured and what each character represents. Today, we're taking the next step by learning about ICD-10-CM conventions. These are the official rules and instructions built into the coding manual that help coders assign diagnosis codes accurately and consistently. By understanding these conventions, you'll avoid common coding mistakes and build a stronger foundation for medical coding. In this lesson, we'll explore the conventions used throughout the ICD-10-CM manual. You'll learn what they are, why they matter, how to recognize common instructional notes and symbols, and how these conventions guide accurate code selection. We'll also walk through a real-life coding example to see these concepts in action. ICD-10-CM conventions are the official rules, symbols, abbreviations, and instructional notes found throughout the coding manual. They're designed to help coders select and report diagnosis codes correctly. Rather than memorizing every diagnosis code, coders rely on these conventions to understand how codes should be applied in different situations, and to ensure coding remains accurate and consistent across the healthcare system. Following ICD-10-CM conventions helps reduce coding errors, improves communication between healthcare providers and insurers, and supports accurate insurance claims. Even if a diagnosis is documented correctly, overlooking an instructional note can result in selecting the wrong code. That's why reading and following these conventions is an essential part of the coding process. N includes note, provides examples or clarification about the conditions that belong within a particular code or category. Think of it as helping you better understand what is included under that heading. While it doesn't list every possible condition, it gives useful guidance about the scope of that category. And excludes. One note means that two conditions should not be coded together. These conditions are considered mutually exclusive or represent different diagnoses that should not be reported at the same time under that code. Whenever you see an excludes one note, take a moment to carefully review it before assigning your diagnosis codes. An excludes two note works differently. It tells you that the excluded condition isn't part of the code you're currently viewing, but if the patient truly has both conditions, both codes may be assigned. Unlike excludes one, these conditions can exist together when supported by the provider's documentation. Sometimes you'll find a code-first instruction in the ICD-10-CM manual. This tells you to report that underlying condition before coding the manifestation or complication that resulted from it. Following the correct sequence helps accurately reflect the patient's condition and ensures the medical record tells the complete clinical story. A use additional code instruction tells you that one diagnosis code doesn't provide the complete picture. You'll need to assign another code to capture additional clinical information, such as a complication, manifestation, or other important detail. Reading these notes carefully helps ensure your coding is complete and accurate. You'll frequently encounter the abbreviations NEC and NOS while coding. NEC stands for Not Elsewhere Classified. It means the provider documented the condition clearly, but there isn't a more specific ICD-10-CM code available. NOS stands for Not Otherwise Specified. In this case, the provider's documentation doesn't include enough detail to assign a more specific code. Understanding the difference between these two abbreviations is an important skill for every medical coder. Some ICD-10-CM codes use the letter X as a placeholder. The X doesn't represent a diagnosis or medical condition. Instead, it holds the correct position within the code, so it has the required number of characters, particularly when a seventh character is needed. Using the placeholder correctly ensures the code follows the required ICD-10-CM format. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine you're coding a patient's diagnosis and notice a Use Additional Code instruction in the ICD-10-CM manual. Rather than stopping after assigning the first diagnosis code, you review the provider's documentation and identify the additional information that also needs to be reported. By following the instructional note and assigning both codes when appropriate, the claim more accurately reflects the patient's condition. Many new coders focus only on finding a diagnosis code and overlook the instructional notes that accompany it. Common mistakes include ignoring coding instructions, confusing excludes 1 with excludes 2, or forgetting to assign an additional code when one is required. Taking a few extra seconds to review these notes can prevent coding errors and improve claim accuracy. Let's review what you've learned. The questions are: which instructional note tells you that two conditions should not be coded together? What does NOS stand for? And why is the placeholder X used? Pause the video now if you need more time. The answers are excludes 1, not otherwise specified, and it keeps the code in the correct format when additional characters are required. If you answered all three correctly, you're building a solid understanding of ICD-10-CM conventions. Let's wrap up with a quick review. ICD-10-CM conventions are the official rules that guide accurate diagnosis coding. Always read instructional notes carefully, understand the difference between excludes 1 and excludes 2, and follow code first, and use additional code instructions whenever they appear. These conventions help ensure complete, accurate, and consistent coding. In our next lesson, we'll learn how to navigate the alphabetic index and the tabular list, two essential sections of the ICD-10-CM manual that every coder uses. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in Lesson 4.